Hello everybody. Angie here. I am coming on to start a new project with you guys. I have got my UFO stack over there, and that's unidentified or unfinished projects. And there's a stack with 6, 7, 8, maybe 10 things that I have started and put aside, started something else, put aside, and you know the deal. Repetitious. But anyway, I pulled this off the top of the stack, and I think it's going to be a fun project, so I thought we could do it together. So if there's a fun little journal folio type thing that you've been dying to get your hands on, pause the video, go grab yourself some envelopes. This is going to be an envelope project. We're going to be recycling some envelopes, some junk mail, and we're going to make us a pretty piece out of it. For this project, I'm going to be using a minimum of 6 envelopes, and they're medium size. We're going to make like a medium size project. So if you want to come along with me, go grab your envelopes and come back and hit play, and let's get started. All right, so let me pull all these goodness out, and I'm going to keep this manila folder. I may end up having to be able to use some of it for the project. Who knows? I was looking at what's in here just to refresh my memory as to what my intent was when I put these pieces together. As you know, sometimes we forget. We've got a lot of eggs in our basket at one time. So what I've got here is a whole bunch of envelopes from junk mail that I've received over the last few months. And they're all the same size, but they're colored. And that's kind of what initially caught my eye. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, except this one's just a little bit smaller. 7, and that one's a little bit smaller than that. And then it came with little prayer cards. This came from a Joyce Meyer's ministry email list that I'm on. But I kept all the envelopes and all the little prayer cards, and I thought they could be recycled and used for something wonderful. And today's the day. Then I have just the bits and pieces of some coffee dyed paper to make the journals with. I've got some other bits and pieces, ephemera, just scrap pieces of digitals that's been laying around that I thought the color palette might go together for this project. Some nice neutral tones. And then some papers. Okay, now we're going to get started on this, guys. Now this is going to be a series because I don't know how many videos this is going to take. I'm not going to rush because I'm really not sure what I want to do. But I do know the initial layout of the way I want my piece to start. But as far as the decorating and all the extras, you know, those are on a whim and we just play as we go. Okay, so I'm going to put all this stuff aside for the moment, and we're going to start with the structure. Now, I am going to be calling this, I've been trying to toy with this, what I want to call it. I'm going to call this my double signature folio journal. I'll write that down or I'm going to forget. Double signature folio journal. So it's a folio journal in one type thing. Okay, so it's going to be a lot of fun. So grab yourself some pieces and come make with me. Okay, like I said, we're going to use 5 initial envelopes, and they should be relatively the same size for this particular project. They could be any size you want them to be, but make sure the ones that you use get 5 that are all the same size. And these envelopes are 5.5 by 8.5, so they're almost the size of a standard journal, almost. Just shy of an inch all the way around, basically. Okay, so what I want to do is I'm going to have 2 envelopes on the left. I'm going to have 2 envelopes on the right, and 1 is going to go in the middle. Okay, now that's going to be the way, and then this is going to fold in this way, and this one's going to fold in this way, or vice versa. So that's what we're going to work on, the structure of that. Okay, but what I also want to figure out is how I'm going to do these little tabs and so forth to fit all the other stuff in. So let me think for a moment. I think Yeah, I think something like that on the left. We're going to just take it section by section. I just want to kind of get an idea of what I want to do here. So we're going to start with the inside just to get the pieces together. I think I want these two to go like this. One flap over the other, and then this flap will attach to the middle section. Okay. So I think that's what I'm going to do. And I want to use the magnets, and I was thinking as a closure, so I'm just trying to think of if I want to do that, where those are going to be, because I'm going to have to put those magnets down before I cover it up and we collage it with our papers. So that's what I'm thinking of right now. All right, let me get these lined up. Looks like one's just a hair smaller, just a sliver. They're never exact, but which is fine. We'll go with it. Okay. And down we go. And I think that slipped on me a little bit. All right, there we go. So the left side is going to open up like this. Okay. Now we need to attach the middle. So we use that flap there. That will get attached to that piece. All right, let's put that right up next to it. Yeah, they're all just a hair off, but we're gonna go with it. And we're gonna do this project start to finish, so you'll be able to see it all the way through. But just be patient, because I may get a little indecisive as I go as to how I want to do this. Okay, so that's the left side. This is the middle. And then this is going to be the right side. And I don't want the flaps to get too bulky, so I'm just trying to think about the positioning on those so they're not all in one on one side, and it'll cause a lot of bulk for our project. Okay, so I think that one's okay there. So put that one down. Okay, so that closes up well on this side. Close this side up. And we're not going to be using necessarily the insides of the envelopes. We're just recycling them. Now it may change. I may use a couple of them. I'm not sure, but the main focus is the envelope itself. Okay, so that's one side. And then here's the other side. Make sure that's going to close up well. Just that hair of an inch is just really bugging me, but I'm going to try and get past that. Okay, and then this can go on the back side. Okay, I think I've got the basic construction. All right, this is what we've got, guys. 5 envelopes. We don't want those to stick together. 2 on the left. Okay, open. We've got our middle section, and then we've got 2 on the right, just like that. Okay, so put your 5 envelopes together, front or back, it doesn't matter, however you want to do it, just so you have 2 that open on the left and 2 that open on the right. All right, and as I'm looking at, maybe we can utilize some of the pouches. We'll see. I'm not sure how I want to do that. Okay, next I need to think about my closure, if I need to put a magnet. So I want to go like this and like this, just like a book. But once we put our stuff in there, it's going to get a little bulky. All right, we're just going to go for it. We're going to start with this middle. So let me grab my papers, see what we've got to work with. And these are just some random digitals that I had left over from other projects. So they don't all necessarily go together. I know some of them do, but some of them do not. That's almost ideal for that inside right there. Maybe one of those. Kind of like that one. All right, we'll see. Let's start with the bigger pieces. And trying to think of how I want to do this. I think just trying to maximize my papers here. I'm just thinking if I want to do lace. Because I don't necessarily want all right, we're going to cut a couple strips to go down the spines. I'm going to call these center pieces here spines, okay? So I'm going to cut a couple strips, maybe about 1.5 inches. It's only going to show a little bit in the middle. Okay. All right, I'm going to try to salvage at least 2 of the pockets. And we're going to see how this goes. I need to get a little pencil or something, get some tick marks going here. So we can cut this down to fit inside the envelope. Do both the exact same way. Scissors. And I'm going to slide that just to cover up. Let me do this side first. Slide that into the pocket just to cover up the inside portion of the envelope. So everything will match well. Turn that down just a hair more. and to cover up the spine, just like that. And it's going to go down, just like that on both sides, this side and this side. Okay. I'm going to have to work quickly because you know how art glitter glue is. It adheres very fast. Trying my best to slide this in. I may get out of frame for a minute, but I've got to work quickly with this glue. There we go. Down we go. And the other side the same way. Make sure that's going to fit in nicely. A little snug. Much better. Go and down. There we go. Okay, those middle sections are covered. Now we're ready to cover the whole middle section itself. Give that glue just a second to dry so I can work my spine folds there. Press that glue in really good. Make sure it's down. Okay. And slowly work that. Okay, and then we'll have a pocket on the left, and we'll have a pocket on the right. I think that'll be a nice addition. And slowly work that up and over. Yeah, okay, I like that. And I don't think this will be big enough to fit in the middle, will it? No, a little close. I'll bring in another piece. And just do a fold like this so I know where I need to cut it. And bring up my guillotine. And let's see how that measured out. It should fit right in between. Yep, very good. Okay, I'm going to turn it this way so I can get the measurement in this direction. Now, of course, papers and the choosing of the decorating is totally up to you. So as I'm decorating mine, you work on getting yours covered using one of your papers of choice. All right, I like that. And just thinking, do I want to ink? I think I do. Because this side's a little browner than this side because we cut that edge off. So it looks a little A little different, a little offset. Just a little. Okay, that looks better. All right, let's get this in position again and glue that baby down. I think I like that. Yep. Some may hang over in some places just a bit. I don't know, these, like I said, these envelopes are each just a hair off in size. But we're gonna get them as close as we can. And I see that little bit there hanging over. Trim that off. That's all you gotta do. I love doing projects like this, especially when we can recycle, guys. All that stuff in the mail that we're throwing away. And I hope one of my followers is watching this video. Had a little short conversation with her, and she said she has a ton of envelopes and just doesn't know what to do with them. So I hope you're watching this. I hope you like this project and you give it a go. Okay. All right, so that's the middle covered, just like that. Very nice. Okay. Yeah, I can see it's going to get bulky, so we'll work with that as we go. Okay. Now I think I want to come to the front, and I work on the two fronts. I'm calling it the left front and the right front, okay? The left front, right front. I think I want to work on those next. Or possibly just go all the way across. Let's see. I just used two papers. Let's see. It's not going to quite make it, so I'm going to have to do like 3 strips, 3 each panel individually. So I think these images are kind of similar, so I'm going to put one on the left and one on the right. All right, so let's work on this one. I think I want to do strips down the outer spine just like we did on the inside as well. So let me cut 2 more strips out of this piece. And what was it, 1.5 inches? 1.5. And that's just going to strengthen that for what we do with that after we get it covered. And there'll be less showing since all of the envelopes are different colors. You know, I don't want a little bit of gray peeking out here or green and pink poking out here and there. Okay, so let's cover these middle sections up. Again, a couple tick marks. And that's where this one comes in a little bit off. Couple tick marks. So that looks pretty good. Let's put that down. Okay, we've got that one done, and now this one. Okay. I think I'm going to turn this around since there's yellow. I want the yellow on the opposite side, just in case a little bit of it peeks through, because I don't think I'm going to be doing a whole lot of inking on this. I'll probably hit some of them, but not a lot. I'm trying to do more projects and less inking. I have a hard time with that. I like to ink everything. So I'm trying to challenge myself to use less ink. Down we go. Give that a minute to catch. And then we'll do that fold back, and then we can get the 3 panels covered. Okay. Let's just carefully fold those down. Now you gotta realize the more paper, with each layer of paper that we put on our project, it's going to resist more, a little bit more and a little bit more each time. Okay, so you got to just take it slow, especially with this. We're not letting the glue completely set, so just got to take our time. All right, there we go. So we've got the inside, and we've got the spine portions of the outer front and right flaps. Now we can put these down and measure those out. Yeah, see, if I straighten it on the bottom, it's going to be a little bit off on the side. If I straighten it on the side, it's going to be a little bit off on the top or the bottom. We may have to come in with ink. We never know. Okay. Cut that down. And tick mark right there. Okay. Let's cut our square for that. And there's my tick mark right there. Check our sizing. I have to hold this up so I can see. Looks pretty good. All right, let's put that down. So hopefully we can at least get this covered on this first video, and then the next step will be on part 2. Okay, there's one side. Now we'll get this side. if you want to do this project with scraps and just collage it with a whole bunch of different bits and pieces, you can do that as well. That would look really nice. Whatever you want to do. Just trying to get right up to the edges as best I can. Okay. Thing about these big projects, you can't get the whole piece in frame, so there's a lot of turning and flipping. Okay. Yeah, I think I'm definitely going to have to hit the edges with some ink, because I think that will probably end up bothering me. I'm going to do my best to get it right up to the edges, but you know how it goes. There's some peeking out too much. Definitely gonna have to hit it. All right, I don't think I want 3 flowers. I want to change it up a little bit, so let's grab one of these digitals. Some blue. Let's go with one of this here. Right in the middle. And it looks like I could just cut it right on that half line there, and that will fit. Just check the height, trim some off of there. Nope, it's gonna fit perfect. Like I said, it's almost the size. These envelopes are just about the size of a standard journal. So 8.5. We usually go to 6, so we have a little bit of wiggle room with our pages, and this is only 5.5. 8.5 by 5.5. I like that just right there. Okay. Still haven't decided what type of closure. It's a little too late to go with closure of, I think, of a magnet. Well, maybe we can still do a magnet. I don't know. Probably by the next video, hopefully I'll decide on what type of closure I want. Very nice. Get it down right in there nicely. And all the papers just kind of blend together. See that? All right, so that's the back and the front left flap and the front right flap. Okay. Right, left. We got the middle, and we got the middle back. Very nice. All right, how much time do we have? A little bit. Let's do these 2 flaps, because we're going to leave these open as pockets. So let's use, maybe not that one. Let's see. A lot of flowers on these. Let's do this one. And again, I think I can just cut it right down the middle. This is just a digital of a journal page. So normally we would fold it. Perfect. Now I just need to do the indentation for the entry for the envelope slot. And I'm going to grab a pencil for that. Get it positioned. And I'm going to try my best to just see where I need to be. Oh, I got to pull that closer to my face. Hold on, I think I got that one. Turn it around this way. And trace around. Grab my ruler. And I'm going to hope I trace that straight. And if I did, I'm going to copy it for the other side. So let's trim that out. And I'm going to do a quick cut with my finger blade on this one. Okay, let's see how well I did. Keep your fingers crossed. Up a little bit low. That's where the ink's going to have to come in. Or we could put a piece of trim or something to fix that up. That's not a problem. Okay. Just need to trim a little bit off of this piece here. I'd rather it actually be a little bit short than hanging over, because when it hangs over, that's when it tends to get caught on things. When you're putting things in and out. All right, let's put that down. That's kind of another reason why initially I thought, oh, I won't use the pocket slots. Just being lazy. Just being lazy. So I know there would be detail cutting and, you know, all that stuff. So sometimes you just don't want to fiddle with it. All right. looks good. And we've got ourselves a slot there, so we just need to continue on with this side and then get the inside, and we're going to cover these up. I don't think I'm going to fiddle with the pocket on this side, but if you want to, feel free. And then on this side, I'm just going to cover this whole section up. I'm not going to leave the pocket open. So as a matter of fact, we could just seal that up now, so then I can't change my mind. Close this one up. Okay, well, I think we should stop there. That's a good stopping point. We've got 5 envelopes. Okay, guys. We've got the left side has 2 that open. The right side have 2 that open. We have left 2 of the slots of the envelopes open for pockets here on the inside, but we're closing these ones. And then we've got the back all covered. Okay. So it's going to go like this and like this, just like a book. All right. So I hope you guys like what you see so far. This is going to be a lot of fun. Let's keep going on this. I will see you for part 2 in a couple days. Okay. Keep your pieces together, and I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.